This n8n workflow takes any audio you send on Telegram, turns into a talking video of your clone with your voice and publish straight to LinkedIn. Right when LinkedIn is pushing videos harder than ever, so you get more reach without recording a thing. Perfect for founders, marketers, and creators who want to stay visible on LinkedIn without spending hours recording or editing. And the result, you are showing up online every day, everywhere, without lifting a finger. And if you want this exactly workflow, by the end of this video, we are giving it away for free. Just download it and plug it into your n8n account.
To create this workflow, we will use 4 different external services. The first one is n8n. n8n we will be using to generate the video. It's the most powerful AI avatar or AI video clone generator. It's quite simple to use. You can upload a bunch of videos of yourself. Of course, there are a lot of good practices that Thijs knows very well if you want your clone to be successful. But the principle is simple. You upload a video and it creates your clone, and then you can use it to generate new video. As an input, you can give some text. So you can write the script that you want your clone or your AI avatar to read, or you can provide the voice. Using n8n, you can also use existing clone. They have a library of user-generated clone made by actors. Regarding the pricing, n8n is a bit expensive. The good news is that you have a free trial, so you can play around for free and see if it brings you value and if you want to invest a bit of money into that service. So you have 2 parts of the pricing. You need to pay the creator or team or enterprise plan to access the service and to be able to clone yourself. The creator plan is starting at $29 per month. You can build unlimited videos. The videos can last until 30 minutes. And what is important here is that you can create only 1 custom video avatar with the creator plan. So you can clone only you. But you can make several versions of yourself, like walking in the street, sitting at your desk, standing with a shirt, with a t-shirt, whatever. If you are in a team and want to have several clones, then you need to use the team plan. It's $39 per seat, so per person. So this is the first part of the pricing in n8n. To use n8n as an API, so in your automation process, you also need to pay for the API. Here also you have a free plan, but it's very, very limited. And the smallest plan is $100 per month. The total you should invest per month if you want to use n8n in an API is $129 per month. So it's an investment, that's for sure. But the amount of video you can do for that price is really consequent. You will receive 100 credits. 1 credit equal 1 minute of generated avatar video. So you can create 100 minutes. So if you do shorts, like you can produce 50 shorts. Okay, so that was n8n. This is the first service we will be using. The second one is a very small one I found that's very handy to host files quickly. It's temp files. It's completely free. It's super simple to use. It's a way to upload a file and to use it. So we need that to upload the voice note that you send to Telegram and to use it in the workflow. This is free. It's a good tool to know. You will find a link in the description. Then we need to use OpenAI. You know ChatGPT and you use probably ChatGPT a lot and very well. We will use OpenAI API. So we will use ChatGPT, the ChatGPT you know, but that directly in our n8n workflow. And we will use it for 2 reasons: to do the transcription of the audio and to generate a good LinkedIn post. The price of OpenAI depends on the model you are using, but in any case, the price is quite low for the type of usage we are doing here. And the last service we will be using is for sharing the post, so the video and the text on LinkedIn. We will be using Blotato. You can ask me maybe why not using directly the n8n LinkedIn post for that. Good question. I'm glad you asked, because as far as I know, and after a few hours of research, it's not possible to post a video using this node. You could probably code something yourself, but this is not why we are here. We try to build straightforward solutions that everybody can do without coding skills. So Blotato is a very good tool for that. A lot of YouTubers I follow are using this tool, and also probably you will want to improve your system and share the video on other platforms than LinkedIn. And then in Blotato, it's very simple. In one click, you can add your YouTube, your TikTok, your Instagram, etc. So Blotato is a very good tool, very simple to use. They have a native node now in n8n, and the pricing is $29 per month. Important here is that we are using only Blotato for sharing on LinkedIn, but Blotato offers a lot of other features that we will not explore in that video. So those are all the external services we need to make this workflow run. So for less than $200 per month, something like $130, you can have a fully automated AI content video production system. Okay, so this is my favorite moment when I explain you how the workflow works. So this is a workflow that we built for you that you can use for free. You just have to copy the JSON, copy the workflow into your n8n instance to start to use it. And to configure everything, I do a final chapter at the end of this video where I explain you all the implementation details, how to set up all the credentials, everything you need to know to make it work. When I created this workflow, I wanted to do something that works end-to-end. So it really receives an audio note from your Telegram and publishes a video and a post on LinkedIn. But I also wanted to inspire you to create your own system. And I'm very curious to see how you will make it evolve. So really don't hesitate to explain in the comment what you are trying to build and how you will be using this workflow your own way. So this workflow is separated in several parts. There is the beginning here. There is the part that generates the LinkedIn post, the part that generates the video here using n8n, and the parts that publishes the video and the post on Blotato. So it starts with a Telegram trigger node. We have set up our account connected to our Telegram bot. So every time we will be sending a message, an audio note to that bot, it will trigger our workflow. So we need to choose here the method trigger on message. We have a lot of options, but for us, what we want here is every time our bot receives a message, we trigger the workflow. And this is an example of what we get when the workflow is triggered, when a message is sent to that bot. You see that we have the voice with a file ID, the duration, etc. Probably you guessed, we need to filter. In our use case, we only want to react if the message our bot receives is an audio note. We don't want the workflow to be triggered if it's a text or an emoji that is sent. This would be another workflow. So we have an if node that checks if the object voice here, this here, exists. If no, the workflow will stop. If yes, we will continue. This is the get a file node from Telegram. It's allowing us to get the data of a file that is sent. You see what we received in the workflow is the file ID here, and we need to pass the file ID to be able to use the data, so the audio in our workflow. We see that the output of this node is the data that we can download. It's the message we send to the workflow. Now the workflow splits in two parts. The first part will generate the LinkedIn post, and the second one will generate the clone video avatar. Right. Here, I just want to make a little break about why I decided to separate in two parts. I could have done them sequentially, like first generate the LinkedIn post and then generate the video avatar. It wouldn't be a mistake, but then I would need to reload in the workflow using again the get a file node. So manipulate data in n8n can be tricky, and I try to load them as few times as possible. So this is why I load the data in my workflow with this node, and then I do directly from this node all the operation that needs the data. So the transcription, and we'll see after for hygiene. And then at the end of the workflow here, I will merge those two parts together. It's never easy when we are building an n8n workflow to decide when we need to separate things and merge them again after. And there is no right and wrong solution. Every workflow is different. Every developer or crafter is different. It depends on the taste. Me, I like to separate them quite often, and I really love the merge node. I know that a lot of other builders, they never use the merge node or not very often. So it depends on your style. But in this one, I decided to go that way because I wanted to optimize the usage of the data that I loaded using the getter file node. Okay. Now let's focus a bit on the generate LinkedIn post from transcription. For this, I'm using OpenAI 2 times. The first time is to transcript the recording. So it receives as input the data from the getter file node here, and I choose my OpenAI account that I have set up, the credentials. I choose the resource audio and transcribe a recording. Here I need to put the exact same name that I have here. And this in a few seconds will extract the text from the audio node so I can use it in the rest of the workflow. You see that we also receive the duration. So this is very powerful and it opens a lot of possibilities when you are building your workflows. The second part is that we want to use that to write a good post for LinkedIn. We want to publish a video, but we don't only want the video. We need to add a post to that. So this is the responsibility of this node, is to write the post. So I connected my OpenAI account. I choose the resource text, messenger model. I choose 4.1 mini. I like it, but you can choose the model you want. And then I have two prompts. The first prompt is a prompt user, and the second prompt is a prompt system. The prompt system will give the mission to the AI. So it will explain what to do. So here I have written a very simple, but I think quite efficient prompt that explains the AI what to do. So you are a helpful assistant. You will receive the transcript of the video. Your task is to write a short LinkedIn post that teases the video. Then I put some rules, keep it short, use a professional but approachable tone. Don't give away everything, create some curiosity. Avoid too many emojis, highlight the core topic or a key insight from the video. And with a call to action like watch the full video or curious to learn more. Then I describe a bit the output. I want the result to be ready to post, trimmed and clean. I want no quotation marks at the beginning or the end and no intro like here is your post, etc. I really want to use the output directly. Feel free to make this system prompt evolve. I just kept it very short and minimal to what is absolutely essential for my workflow to work, but you should definitely try it and improve it so it's matching your tone of voice, your style, and what you want to do and the type of video you are producing. And the first prompt I pass is the user prompt, where I just give the transcription of the audio node. So I call OpenAI GPT-4.1 mini with those system instruction and this user prompt. And a few seconds after, he returns the content of the post that I asked, and it's ready to be used. Then for your convenience, I added a little edit node here just to format the output. You see that OpenAI returns an object with a lot of things that we don't need, finish reason, etc. What we want is just the content here. So I renamed it post, so it's simpler to use in the rest of the workflow. I like to clean things when it's necessary, not all the time, because over cleaning is creating more mess. You end up with a lot of set node everywhere in the workflow. So it's counterproductive, but sometimes it can be handy, especially here. You will see why just after. The next part is the generate clone video avatar. So this will take our audio node and create a video with our clone using HeyGene. The first thing we need to do is to have our audio node accessible somewhere online. There are plenty of solutions to do that. I tried with Google Drive, but never managed to have a file that can really be used by other systems like HeyGene. When I build my own workflows, I use AWS S3. I created some automation to very easily publish audio to AWS. But I wanted for this workflow something very simple, and I found a very good service that does the job. Is Tempfiles, tempfiles.org. You will find the link in the description, and it's free, and it does exactly what we want. You just have an URL here. You put form data, n8n binary file, you put the name here of the data, and it will return the link of your file. It's so simple, and they will store your file for 1 minute, and after they delete it, and that's enough for our use case. Then I added a configuration node here where we can put the ID of the avatar we want to use. So here I've put the ID of an avatar. I will just show you quickly. When you are in HeyGene, in your avatars, you have a list of, this is the army of ties. So we have many ties. And you can here copy avatar ID and paste it here. And you can use the default avatar ID provided by HeyGene also. So this is one default avatar from HeyGene. And here I do something else. I have a little modification to do to the URL. So this URL here is not usable directly. We need to change it a little bit by adding DL after org. So I did this little code that does that. So here, this node returns avatar ID and the voice URL that is usable by HeyGene. You see that it's .org/dl/da. Then we want to call HeyGene. As of today, they do not have an official n8n node. So you can use the HTTP request node. This node allows you to communicate with any API available on the internet. For this node, you need to configure it a little bit. So you have to put the HeyGene generate URL, choose some credential. So generic credential type. I created some credential in HeyGene. I show you at the end of the video how to do that. And you need to send body. So it's a JSON object with all the parameters that you want to create your video. In those parameters, you have video inputs in which you have the character and the voice. So the character is an avatar with the avatar ID. Here you see that we are passing the avatar ID from the previous node. And for the voice, we have two types, audio and text. In our case, we want the voice to be generated from an audio. And we have then the parameter audio URL where we pass the voice URL that we get from the previous node. Here we could also, of course, put text and just write the text that we want the avatar to read. And then we should also pass the voice ID of the avatar. Then we have here the possibility to add some dimension. Important tips that I discovered after a lot of research. If you are just exploring using the HeyGene free plan, you cannot make vertical videos. You can only make horizontal videos. So don't lose time trying to make vertical videos using HeyGene free API plan. It will not work. So this node starts the generation of HeyGene. So what is this little mess that we have here? HeyGene takes some time to generate a video. It can take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. It depends. And we cannot let the workflow wait on a node for so long. Not the HTTP. An HTTP request can last no more than 30 seconds, something like that, without further configuration. And we need then to ask HeyGene every 10 seconds, is the video ready? No. Is the video ready? No. Is the video ready? Yes. Then we can continue. So this is why we are doing this loop. So when we have asked HeyGene to generate the video, we are going to the wait node. So the wait node will wait 10 seconds. Okay. And then it will call HeyGene again to check the status. So it's another API entry point from HeyGene that we this time call with the get method. And we pass in the video ID here, the ID of the video we generated. Here you can see this little trick. I used the first function here. I added that because when I'm in a loop, n8n can lose the context of the past. And it's a way to secure to say that you always take the video ID from the good node. It's a little trick that is good to know. So the status go to the if completed, it will go to the rest of the flow, potato, etc. And if not, if the status is not completed, here we go back to the wait node, we wait 10 seconds and we ask again. So we do a loop where we ask, we wait, we ask, we wait until we can continue because the video is ready. Here it could be interesting here to handle the case where it's an error. I let you do that as a little challenge. Once the video is ready, we have the URL of our generated video. Good. Now we want to post it to LinkedIn. To post it to LinkedIn, we need to first upload the video to Blotato. So Blotato can do a lot of configuration. So LinkedIn is happy to receive that video, something with the cores and other setups, complicated stuff. You don't need to understand, but this step is mandatory. It's quite a mess to share video on networks. I've spent a lot of time exploring that part. And Blotato really is easing that process. And in your video engine, we also use Blotato to share the content our engine is producing on all our clients' platform. Okay, so this node, oh, by the way, this node you see here is since I think 1 week, less than 1 week, they have added a custom node that is officially approved by n8n, so we can use the Blotato node in n8n, and that's super cool. Well done to Sabrina for that. So this node receives the video URL that we have received from HeyGene. I know you follow. And it uploads to the Blotato storage, and it returns to us a new URL that is ready to be shared. Then we do the merge that I love so much. So this will receive the output generated by OpenAI and the URL received by Blotato. For this to work, and this is really an underrated feature of n8n, is merge using combine by position. Since we have only two items, they are all in position 1, so they will be automatically combined. And you see the output is super clean. We have the post and the URL. And it's everything we need to continue the workflow, where we call the Blotato node again, create post. And here we have set up the credentials. Once again, I explained how to do that at the end of the video. We choose operation create, LinkedIn. Here we have all the LinkedIn profile that we connected to Blotato. In the text here, I drag and drop the post that I received from the merge node. And in media URLs, I put the URL of the video uploaded to Blotato. And I have an additional option. If I click on add option here, I choose a schedule time. That's also a very good feature that Blotato offers, where we can not publish right now. It's optional. So if you don't add that, it will publish right now. But if you add that, you can choose when you want the video and the post to be published. And I say that I want it to be published in 1 hour. And to do that, I did this little code here. So I'd say now plus 1 hour. And you could use days, weeks, etc. here. Or 2 hours, etc. It's very simple. And this way, the post is pushed to Blotato, and Blotato will schedule it and share it in 1 hour. And this wait time lets us the time to review the post to make sure we are happy with it and that we really want to share it. It's like a validation human in the loop. And we are ending this workflow by notifying the user that the post is scheduled. So we send a message. Here we need to pass the chat ID. So I found the chat ID in the Telegram trigger node. Here I have chat ID here. So I have the chat ID here. So it will respond to the discussion. And I say that your post is scheduled. Click here to check it. Here and here I put the URL of the Blotato interface when we can review the scheduled post. So I receive in my Telegram on my phone the confirmation that my message is scheduled, and I can just click on the link to validate everything is good. And if I want to modify the post, I can do it directly in Blotato. I hope this presentation was clear. I tried to go a bit deep also in the construction of the workflow. It was also the occasion for me to share with you tips and tricks because I really love to use n8n and I think it's super powerful and has the potential to help a lot of people to automate boring stuff. n8n is for technical people, and that's true that it's quite techy, but I think that it's also for resourceful people, people who are not necessarily developers, non-technical, but are a bit smart, witty, and resourceful. And I proved that by teaching n8n to a few friends who are not developers, and they absolutely loved it. And they shared to me that they really feel empowered by mastering that tool.
Now it's my turn to see if the workflow works, right? Let's see. I already set up my Telegram trigger. So if you can see here, it's my AI bot. After that, I set up everything that Manu taught us as well. And exactly how he said. And now we are going to try it out if it's working or not. I will send the audio here so you can send everything that you want to your Telegram bot, and let's see if it works. So first of all, if you want to send just an audio, you can have, sometimes the Telegram is a bit tricky. So if you click here and it's just like an Instagram logo, then it's a video. But if you click again, then it's audio, and you can just press and start recording. And I will start recording the audio that I want to send to my clone to post on LinkedIn. Let's go. This is not me. It's my AI clone talking with my voice from an audio I sent. Okie dokie. So I send it to my Telegram bot, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, you read it because I just had this voice that I sent it. And yeah, it begins. So right here, we are going to wait a bit, and it's going to try a lot of times until Heijin it's ready. And yeah, now we have to wait. Cool. So I just received a Telegram note on my Telegram bot saying that the video is ready. And yeah, let's see. Also here, I can check that went pretty well. It tried like 10 times, and yeah, 10-second each. And yeah, that's perfect. How can we check if it's ready and good and stuff like that? We can check in the link, or also we can go to Blotato and check there. So here we can see that it is scheduled 1 hour from now. So that's what the workflow does, and the audio that I sent. So let's see. That's my clone, not me. Okay. This is not me. It's my AI clone talking with my voice from an audio I sent to my Telegram bot just a few minutes ago. Here's what happened. I sent a quick voice note to Telegram. The bot sent it to my AI clone and turned into a video and posted automatically in LinkedIn. I didn't record it. I didn't edit. I didn't even log into LinkedIn. This is not very good, right? So yeah, that's perfect. And it's already scheduled with like a script and stuff like that. I might post it, I might not, I will see. But if I want to delete, I can just delete, or I can move to the drafts. Okay. And right now, what I want to show you, it's our tool, because this one, as we can see, there's no edit. addition on that. We cannot edit. It's just the clone with the voice that we send it to Telegram. But if you don't have time to create content, hate being on camera, or just want to show up on more platforms without doing more work, that's where your video engine comes in. Instead of a n8n setup, we build you a completely custom system. We learn your needs, create and train your AI clones, automated the whole process with code and, of course, vibe coding, and even give you your own API if you need it. Let me show you a few examples of what's possible when your content creation is fully automated with your video engine.
Now, ChatGPT literally speaks with you and sounds truly
These
human.
videos were created without the person even pressing record, thanks to AI cloning and automation. If this sounds interesting, check the link in the description. Once you fill it out the form, we'll review your needs and get in touch to show you exactly how your video engine could work for you.
It's now time to set everything up. So I will show you everything, so you just have to follow exactly what I'm doing. The first thing is that you need to upload the JSON you downloaded from our form directly into n8n. So for this, you create a new workflow and you go into import from file. You locate your workflow, the JSON here, and boom, you have the workflow in your n8n instance. So the first thing is to set up all the credentials. The first credential you will need is the Telegram credential. So you need to create a Telegram bot with your Telegram account and set it up in the Telegram trigger node here and in the Telegram get a file node here. To use Telegram in n8n, you need to connect it to your Telegram account. So for this, you create new credentials. Here is the documentation that explains everything. You will see it's very simple. It's quite original. How it's working, you need to go to this link, botfather, open it in Telegram on your phone or on the desktop here, and the botfather will ask you what you want to do. So start a conversation. It gives you all the indication, all the options that you can do. And what we want to do is to create a new bot. So you type new bot. Here is it. Now it's asking us to give it a name. Let's find a good name for our bot. AI Atelier tutorials. And you need also to give it a username, basically the same thing, but finishing by bot, like this. And it's giving you a token that you can copy paste directly in n8n. So you just find it in the message, you select it, you copy it, you go back to n8n, and you paste it here in the access token, and it's done. Your n8n account is now connected to Telegram, and you can start to use Telegram in n8n. So when you click on start or listening, n8n listens for a new message to arrive. So click in Telegram in the name of your bot and initiate a message, a conversation, and you can see that n8n reacts. Now your workflows will start when you send a message to this bot in Telegram. And that's very powerful. You can see here that you have the content of the message. And you will also need to set your Telegram credentials in the notify user node. Once this is done, you need to set up OpenAI. So you need to put your OpenAI API key in the transcribe node here and in the write post node here. Setting up OpenAI is also super simple. You just need to go to your OpenAI node, you click on create credential, you open the n8n documentation. Here you have everything you need to know to set up the credentials and the information about how to use OpenAI in n8n. You go to your OpenAI admin platform where you can find your API keys here. You can create a new secret key, give it a name that you can easily recognize and use for the future, like this one, create secret key, copy it, go back to n8n, paste it in API key, save, and done. Now you can load all the available models in your node and start working with an AI directly in n8n. For temp files, you don't need anything to do. And for Heijin, you need to set your Heijin credential in the node generate video and the node check status. To connect Heijin to n8n, you need to use the HTTP request node. For the authentication, you need to choose a generic credential type. And in the generic auth type, choose header auth and create a new credential. Here in the name, you need to put X API key like that. And the value, you will go to Heijin, settings, subscription and API, Heijin API, and you copy your API key. You just have to pass that value in n8n, save, and it's done. And finally, you need to set up your Blotato credentials in the node create post and upload media. Setting up Blotato to share content in n8n is very easy. They have a custom node that has been approved in an n8n node library, so you can install it to your workflow. If you already have it, you don't have to do it. And here you need to select credential, create new credentials. You can see the documentation of Blotato. It will explain you what you need to do. So you just need to follow the documentation, go to your account. In your account, you go to settings, API, and here you can copy API key. You simply need to paste this value in the API key field, save, and that's done. Your Blotato account is well configured. Here in the write post node, I invite you to take a look to the prompt here and to adapt it to your need. In the Blotato create post node here, you will need to select the platform LinkedIn and to choose your account. If your account does not appear after you put your credential, just save your workflow and reload it. It should appear. Don't forget also to set your Heijin avatar ID in this field, in the set avatar ID node, the field avatar ID, past the ID of the avatar you want to use. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Activate your workflow and start to use it by sending a voice note to your freshly created bot.
Let us know in the comments how you want to use, or if you have any other idea of workflow you would like us to create. We have a free community on Skool, and you can join our community by clicking the link below in the description. And if you want this workflow, you can also find in the link in the description. And also, if you'd like to work with us, you can also visit our website, Your Video Engine. The link is in the description below as well. And you can just fill out the form and I will get in touch with you. If you like this video, probably you are going to like this one as well. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. That means a lot to us. Like the video if you like it. And also, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye and have a great journey.